Do you see my left hand right now? It's
Hold
literally trembling.
Why is it trembling?
Because of, I don't know, if I like do too many things. Do you know what it is? I strained it when I was carrying those grocery bags up the stairs.
We could have taken 2 trips.
Look at my hand, literally.
We could have taken 2
on
trips.
the camera version. Look at the mic. It's trembling.
Hold it in your other hand.
I will.
We could have taken 2 trips.
That's fine. We got it all in. Kroger had the discount too.
Yeah.
They did. That was nice. Are you ill?
No, I'm just
Perturbed? Do you want to discuss
what
the
do
events
those words even mean?
Perturbed means like rubbed the wrong way. Ruffled. Irritated. You clearly seem distraught.
I just sat down after setting up the entire podcast setup.
I offered to help.
Uh-huh.
She's gaslighting me on camera right now.
He did offer to help, but then when I asked him if he could get up out of the bed to go get his headphones, he looked at me and he was like...
Did I get them, though?
He was like, oh.
Did I get them, though?
But I'm already in a perfect position.
I got them, though.
Yeah, after begrudgingly you got them.
You're correct, but I did get them, so I did help.
Okay,
and
but
I
you
offered to set up the whole thing, but you didn't.
No, you don't know how to set the whole thing up. That's the issue.
I do. You
No,
taught
you
me
don't.
literally. I knew I could have done every single thing.
I doubt it. Okay, fine. You can break it down then.
Okay, I will. With pleasure.
Okay. What? Do you work at Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
We are an unusual couple, you know.
How's everybody doing? Welcome back to episode 15.
15.
If you're watching the video version, thank you.
You know how we have to start next week's?
How?
16
minutes left to go.
You don't even know the
16,
lyrics. Oh my god, I'm
16.
sick. I'm ill.
I keep forgetting this actually sounds good at home. It's reinvigorating.
I know it sounds good. I'm listening to it in my ear right now.
Yeah, I know. Like, usually it sounds bad. It used to sound bad for 13 episodes, but
and you didn't do a thing to change it.
But we do have something to change it now, so it's fine.
That
I was
is
gonna
true.
say, if you guys are watching, make sure to subscribe to that YouTube channel. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers on that channel, so make sure to do that. Was it not on? Was the
No,
microphone on?
it's on. You were just hitting like the max bar for you. You start your sentences.
You know that
out.
you were doing that. Oh, I was eyeing it last time.
Okay.
And you were doing it too.
Uh-huh.
And did it turn out fine?
I'm sure it did. I was just
Like
looking.
every time you would talk, look, this thing would go like that. I just didn't say anything, and when I edited it, sure enough,
I
it was
don't know.
completely
The
fine.
light has nothing to do with it.
The light goes off if you trigger it. See, watch this. Ready? Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See how did that?
Well, then why the fuck did you not say anything?
It didn't matter.
The only
it was too late.
reason I was adjusting it is because I can hear you in my ear. And you do this thing, and I can say this because I monitor you on the podcast and I monitor you when you film your YouTube videos. You do this thing where when you start your sentences, your first word 10 times louder than the rest. Next, we're going to talk about this Blu-ray that I bought at Target. It was a really easy buy. You just like you're very articulate, and your first words are so pronounced and so loud.
I know.
It's
Does it disgust you?
no. It's just I was just trying to adjust the levels.
Okay.
So sorry.
It's okay. Oh, that candle's the only thing keeping me calm right now.
Are we drunk off of the mimosas we had this morning?
Yeah. I'm drunk off life right now.
Oh, are you?
We're literally stone cold sober.
Yeah.
If you're watching the video version, my hand's trembling again. I gotta put it in the
Why
other
are
one.
you trembling so much?
Look, literally.
Why?
I'm not doing that on purpose.
I don't have any sympathy for
muscle.
you. I don't have any
It's
sympathy
because
for
I
you.
carry 90% of the groceries
Oh,
up the stairs.
oh,
You carry 2.
That I carried 3.
That's a lie.
No, it is not a lie.
You carried 3 bags. I carried
carried-
10.
And whose fault is that?
It's yours.
Yours. Who doesn't want to take 2 trips? I'm fine with taking
That
2
is
trips.
such a waste of time. I'm not mad about it. It's like
Okay, but then
taking 2
but
trips.
here's the thing,
Taking
though.
2 trips is a total waste of time.
okay. So then don't complain about your hand because you're the one that doesn't want to take 2
Yeah.
trips. Ergo, that's why you took 10 bags.
Yeah.
You're also stronger than me.
Yes.
I'll throw feminism to the wind for a second. You're much
Okay.
stronger than I am.
Okay.
So no shit, you're going to carry more
Yeah.
bags than I do.
Facts. We're seeing Spider-Man No Way Home again tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited. We're going to an IMAX theater at 3:15 p.m. I have some weird feeling that no one else is going to show up until the movie starts, and then someone's going to come sit like right in front of us because that's usually what happens. So, it's going to be our 5th round, or my 5th round, your 3rd round.
Yeah, because I
And,
don't see movies that often.
On a Monday at 3:15 in the afternoon, like no one should be in the theater.
It's not even technically. Is it even in Atlanta? Or is it
It's Alpharetta technically.
Atlanta? Sorry, my bad.
Technically Alpharetta.
Is that how you think I pronounce the city we are currently in?
What?
Chris makes fun of the way that I say Atlanta.
It's funny because I was not the first person to bring this up.
Who brought it up
your
first?
Your mom.
My mother.
Yep.
What did she say?
She said, "Say that again," and you went Atlanta.
I just pronounced both of the T's. Atlanta. Say that one city in Canada right now.
Toronto.
Toronto.
It's just like you're doing the most when you do that. You know that, right?
I just pronounced the letters
That's
that are
like
there.
how. Do you know that video Cody Co makes fun of the guy and he's like, "What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video." It's like
No, that is not true. If anything, I slur my words very often. I just pronounce my T's.
I guess so.
Atlanta.
Like often. You could just say often.
Often.
You could say, oftentimes.
Whoa. Do you say that? I say often.
The correct pronunciation, I looked it up once. You can say often. I mean, someone told me this, but like often, I don't really think about it. I just say like oftentimes. Like.
Do you not pronounce your T's ever? Are you British? Are you British? We should do a podcast in accents. Oi, mate. Welcome back to Unusual
We
Couple.
just lost 5 viewers.
That's mean.
No, but I'm
You hurt
excited
my
to see No Way
feelings.
Home again tomorrow. Really and truthfully, because I overdid it. I watched it 4 times in 3 days. So this isn't going to be like my second time watching it because I've seen it 4 times, but it will be a lot fresher.
I would not want to go see it again if I'd already seen it 4 times in 3 days. I
Well,
don't.
like. I want to see it again in theaters before it leaves.
I'm
Make it
not
history.
gonna-
Make it 5 times in theaters. That's my record's 4, so this is my record. But I want to like solidify this as my record.
I'm not much of a movie rewatcher, except for like Harry Potter, maybe. Because I don't even think I really rewatch MCU movies all that often, unless I'm doing like an MCU marathon. Like I don't just sit down and be like, I'm like, what do I want to watch today, and like click on The Winter Soldier.
No, yeah, I don't do that either.
But I've rewatched The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh, okay.
How am I supposed to build off that response?
I looked down and I saw it triggered, and I thought you were mad at me.
No, I wasn't even looking at it.
Also, we're keeping this in just to show like.
No, I know, but I can't build a conversation off of Then the conversation ends and it gets awkward.
It only gets awkward if you make it awkward. You're the one that's always saying, "Oh, we have to talk constantly."
No, we don't have to talk constantly. It's just like I don't know. I don't have a response.
I don't rewatch MCU movies either, Cam.
Thank you. That's much better.
That's
all I needed. That's
there's
genuinely all I needed. And I also for Star Wars, I don't watch it unless it's on like May 4th or like maybe
So
Christmas.
you're not a Star Wars fan.
I am.
I'm acting like the people that would say you aren't.
I don't understand how people just watch Star Wars movies 24/7.
I don't understand, like, lately, at least for me, like, I love rewatching some of my favorites, but kind of like you were saying, I don't really rewatch movies anymore.
I love rewatching
I'm on
shows.
a TV show kick right now.
You are very impressive because you don't normally watch shows.
I'm in season 2 of
I
Punisher.
was gonna say, tell them what show you're watching.
Punisher is
I am
goated.
also in season 2 of Punisher. I just simply didn't watch season 1.
Yeah.
It's because
Season 1 is literally so much better already, but season 1 is better than season 1 and 2 of Daredevil.
I am a good girlfriend, and so I let him put Punisher on the TV in my room.
Because can I
Oh, sure.
elaborate?
Go for it.
If you're reading a book, which we'll talk about in a second, like, and you have friends on and you're just like, you're not listening to it consciously, why does it matter what's on in the background?
Well, that's not what happened last night. I wanted to watch something specifically last night, but you wanted to watch
Jesus.
Punisher.
Are you talking about after I almost threw up from playing Minecraft? It made
Yeah.
me nauseous.
That's
It
not
made
my
me
fault.
physically ill. And it's not the game. Like, I don't think it was the monotony of the game.
It was you trying to learn how to play it.
I think that on top of the fact that it's a monitor that every time I moved the mouse an inch, it spun me like around the globe.
That was a you thing.
So
You moved the mouse way too fast. Sorry, this is like totally off topic of where we were going, but
It doesn't matter.
you jerk the mouse around. Like, of course, it's gonna spin you in a circle.
Yeah, and
The mouse is very sensitive.
It
and
made
you
me
didn't.
nauseous, but also like I just don't think I'm that into Minecraft.
I wish you were. The turnout on your Twitch stream was great.
That's because you were there. I'm sorry.
No, but did you see how many first time chatters you had?
That was cool. Yeah.
Those weren't names I recognized, so they weren't from me.
It was just basically you did a Twitch stream on my channel, which is cool. I had fun with it though. I was nauseous
Not
half
true.
the time.
They were there for you.
I was ill, Cam. It doesn't matter. But I probably won't play Minecraft much.
But either way,
I might play it on my Xbox because I have it on my Xbox.
back to the
I have it on my
original.
Xbox.
Oh, you should play it then.
I've played it on my Xbox with my friends once, and it was not. It was the same thing. You're meandering and you're building a house, and you go to sleep and wake up.
Yeah, you don't like open world games, which I find really weird. Because then you complain about the games you already played being over, and it's like if it's an open world game, it's not over
Well,
ever.
I love the side missions on games, like finding the Riddler trophies is fun because there's an objective for it. It's
Yeah,
like a
okay,
puzzle
well,
you're trying to
building a
beat.
house is an objective.
There's no threats.
Mobs. You could
Nah.
die. Dying is so... Okay, fine. You want a threat? Play Minecraft on extreme hard mode. Anytime you die, you reset, you respawn, you lose everything. The world starts over.
That sounds like fun.
Go for it. Be my guest.
It
I'd love
adds
to see
stakes. It adds
I'd
tension.
love to see you try. Anyways, last night, I wanted to show Chris one of my favorite movies of all time.
You rattled off like 10 before that, though. You were like, we're going to watch a movie.
I have a list. I have a list of movies that I want Chris to watch, and I can tell you some of the movies off the list right now. Hook with Robin Williams. Me Before You. There's a couple other ones. Bridge to Terabithia. He's never seen that before. That's why he is emotionally shut off.
Oh, Jesus.
He never had to experience the pain that is Bridge to Terabithia. And then also on the list is Age of Adeline, that movie with Blake Lively. I love that movie so much. And I wanted to show it to Chris.
And I didn't want to watch a movie
He was
last
like,
night, which is fine.
I want to watch Punisher. So
Because I'm on a Punisher kick.
I put it on the TV because I'm a good girlfriend. It's good.
It's a great show. I think it's on par with Daredevil.
John Bernthal's voice is so deep.
Russo!
I don't know why his voice is like that. Because have you heard his voice in real life?
Yeah, he talks really high-pitched and like
He's like
a
super
Yankee
high-pitched.
accent in the movie King Richard.
It's the same with Charlie Cox. His voice is so high pitched. There was
Yeah,
like
he talks so damn deep. I know what you're talking about. Yep.
When someone asked him to speak in his
Yep.
American accent, I'm like, holy shit! Why does it have to go so low?
It really does.
I'm just trying to save my city.
He just sounded like a damn.
Sound like I smoked 10 packs a day.
You sounded like the John Goodman, the actor that plays Sullivan, like real deep.
Who the hell is Sullivan?
What shirt am I wearing right now?
Oh,
Am I crazy?
Sully?
Am I crazy?
Okay. First of all,
James P. Sullivan.
you naming the actor is what threw me off.
God.
When you say, first of all,
Could you name
mean
5 actors
mean-
right now?
fuck
10.
you, fuck you. You mean voiced? All right. He didn't play Sully. He voiced
did.
him.
He voice acting is acting.
Okay, but normally
You're discriminating against
when
voice
you're
acting.
talking about a cartoon, you say voiced. You rarely ever say played. So you saying played made me think you were talking about some
Jeez.
obscure movie that I've never seen in my
This
entire
is her
life.
way, by the way, of like trying to twist it to make it
I'm
sound like
not tw-
I'm wrong
I'm
and
not
she's right.
twisting it, and there's no right or wrong. I'm just explaining to you why I didn't understand who the fuck Sullivan was. There's no right or wrong. I'm not trying to prove you wrong. I'm not trying to say you're a dumbass. I'm saying, first of all, I think of him as Sully, not Sullivan. Second of all, you said played, and that threw me off.
Okay.
And I think I'm valid in my reasoning for not understanding who Sullivan is. Anyways, I
You
digress.
should be a lawyer because you like to word things to try and sell it to a crowd. Or no, a salesperson.
I don't want to be a salesperson.
Why not?
I don't need that in
I
my
think
life.
you can. You could like, honestly, since you have so much fight in you, you could just like annoy the shit out of people until they buy the product.
Are you calling me annoying?
No, I'm saying
On camera?
not annoying, but you could. You're not annoying, but you could annoy them. You're not an annoying person, but
I don't believe
but
you.
no one. Some people just don't want to go 9 yards with you, or sorry, what is it like?
You
the
know
full
my...
all the rounds, so they'll just be like, all right, here's
say-
here's your $1,000. Leave me alone.
I'm pretty sure that's what happens in Clint Stinks all the time.
Absolutely, and I already know. I can tell.
Are you telling me I annoy my friends?
No,
That's what you just said.
you can't help it.
So I'm annoying.
No,
You just told me I'm annoying.
You're not annoying. I will say, you like to cut people off when they're talking a lot, like in a group setting.
We all do that to each other.
When I've been there, I don't know the dynamic. If anyone's
I
listening.
know Emma is listening to this right now, and Emma, when you are listening to this podcast, please send me a text so that I can show it to Chris to confirm that we all cut each other off all the time.
Like what I've heard is like your friends will be talking like, look at this. Oh, I got this thing, and you're like, guys, I just finished. And you'll just like start. another
Everybody
topic.
does that.
I didn't know the dynamic.
One time, Kate sent a picture of herself crying into the group chat, and then somebody else sent a picture of their phone case 2 seconds later.
Yeah,
We all suck at paying
it
attention.
should be called "That's So Random." Then,
No.
do you know what "That's So Random"?
I'm
is?
aware of what it was. It wasn't a very funny joke to me.
Okay. You have it from here.
You just called me annoying in front of all 50 of our viewers, okay? I'm upset.
There's more than 50 people that watch this. You know that, right?
I know, but, the general. I feel like there's 50 recurring ones.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know what I mean. 50, 500, whatever.
Tomato, potato,
It
potato.
was the first
What
number
are we
that
doing
came
here?
to my head.
What are we doing here? What are we doing
I'm
here?
trying to figure out a way to transition into Percy Jackson. I really am.
There's Percy Jackson books over there. It's a nice display piece.
Oh, my God.
Cam read a book.
That wasn't a
for the
transition
first
at all.
time
That's a
since third
topic
grade.
change.
No, I'm kidding. That's me. That would be me. I'm the illiterate one.
I read a book. So, when did the Percy Jackson series get greenlit? He's drinking water for those listening, which is really obstructing the flow of conversation.
I drank water.
When did the Percy Jackson...
I'm kidding.
Can you answer my question? When did the Percy Jackson series get greenlit? Like a couple of days
Literally
ago?
this past week.
Thank you. That's all I needed.
The author, Rick Riordan, had a video and he came out and he said it's
Yes.
going to be faithful to the book adaptation. Longtime fans will be happy. And it's going to be well cast. All that stuff.
So I read definitely not all the Percy Jackson books, but I definitely read a couple of them like back in middle school. And I haven't seen the movie since probably at the latest, I would say 8th grade. And so I bought this nice little book set off of Amazon. And I read the first one. My voice went out.
Maybe it's because you're is this podcast just gonna be me making fun of you?
I think it is.
the whole time?
I'm bullied in this relationship. I really am.
Ever since I quote unquote spiked the audio, you've been overcompensating and like whispering. And so I hope they can
That
actually
is not
hear you.
true. I'm
I
whispering.
hope they can actually
Chris,
hear you.
I just want you to know I'm the one with the headphone in right now. I can hear myself and
Okay.
I know I'm talking perfectly
Okay.
fine. Thank you very much.
Go ahead.
Anyways,
You know something I learned is
I
that
also
the
ju-
headphones
well-
you can't trust.
also,
That's what they said.
Not to mention, the other day, Chris like yelled at me because he's like, "You talk so loudly in this room. I know your roommates can hear you. Like you say things, and I bet they can hear you through the walls."
This was when someone was literally
So
right
now
there.
I'm not
and it was
talking loud
about them.
enough.
It was about them, and they were literally doing
now
laundry
I'm not
right
talking
there.
loud enough.
It was
Anyways,
it's self-awareness.
Anyways, the other day I picked up the first Percy Jackson book and I started reading it, and then I ended up finishing it within like 12 hours, which is ridiculous for me. I don't know if that's like a common thing for most book readers. I haven't read a book since like, I think I read Heart of Darkness in 12th grade, barely.
That's a Joseph Conrad novel.
Actually, that's a lie. I take that back. I remember specifically not reading Heart of Darkness. I think I read maybe one book in
Hamlet?
No.
That'd be a play anyway.
It's the something
Sense and
about
Sensibility?
dying. No.
Oh, without Wuthering Heights.
Oh, I do remember reading Wuthering Heights. Okay. But I don't think I ever fully read any of those books either way. I think I might have read passages here or there, but I never did all the reading. Are you still burping every 5 seconds?
No.
I look over at you and you're just like...
It's just going.
And I
Abuse.
think maybe I read The Outsiders.
The Outsiders is the best book of all time.
So I haven't
S.E.
read. I
Hinton.
haven't read in like over 4 years, if that gives you any like reference. And yeah, I read the book in one day, and now I'm working on the second one. I've had a busy day though, so I didn't read the second one as fast.
We've been going today, huh?
Yeah, we have.
We actually went for a walk this morning.
Yeah, we did. It was cold as fuck. But anyways, so I read the first book, and then I watched the first movie the next day, because this is the first time I feel like I've ever been able to fully be like, that's not like the book. Because even with like The Hunger Games, which I read, Divergent, which I read, Harry Potter, which I read, by the time the movies came out for the books I had read, it had been a while. So I didn't remember them, and I didn't reread them. So when they came out, I was like, oh, yeah, it was good. It was close enough. And so I'm watching the movie, and for those of you that have watched Percy Jackson, we're in the beginning of the movie, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, it's like close. It's like kind of the same as the book. They're like taking things out and changing things a little bit here and there, but like it's probably just to make things flow easier in the movie, make things go by a little bit faster. And then Percy Jackson gets to Camp Half-Blood, and the minute he gets there, the I don't know what book the movie went off of. I really don't, because they just went, the book's over here, they went all over the place. Like, it's a whole thing in the book. When you show up to Camp Half-Blood, you don't know who your godly parent is, and you have to like figure it out. Like, you show up, you're undetermined until your godly parent claims you. Like, a little thing, a little symbol will appear above your head when they claim you, and you'll know which cabin you belong in. Until then, you're only in cabin 11. You're undetermined. You don't know who your parent is. And you're like going through all these things, trying to figure out like all these tasks, trying to figure out which tasks you're good at, like archery, art, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And it's a whole thing, and Percy goes through this whole thing of being undetermined, and like because he has to stay in cabin 11, that's where he meets Luke for the first time. And he like goes through all this resentment for his dad. He's like, why doesn't my dad want to claim me? Like, why doesn't he care about me? Blah 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 blah. And it's like a whole thing. And he goes through a lot of like friendship development with Annabeth, which just is simply not in the movie. And he has this great moment in Capture the Flag where he's on border patrol, which is kind of close to the movie, but instead of fighting Annabeth like he does in the movie, he fights like 5 big, tall, like strong kids from Cabin Ares, which is God of War, so it's like a big deal. And he loses. He's losing pretty badly.
Did you just burp?
Shut up. He's losing pretty badly, and then he gets like pushed into the water, and the water sort of heals him, and the water gives him strength, and then he whoops their ass. And then Poseidon claims him, and it's this whole thing, and that's literally just not in the movie. Like, he shows up to Camp Half-Blood, and everyone already knows that he's Poseidon's son. And it's a big deal that he is Poseidon's son, because Poseidon, Zeus, and Hades made a pact after World War II to never have offspring. Like, all the other gods, excuse my graphic language, they fuck all the time. Like, they fuck all the mortals they can find, and there's always kids. That's why the cabins are like overcrowded and stuff, right? And then there's the cabins that are empty, Zeus and Poseidon, because they're not supposed to have kids ever. And then when Percy is a son of Poseidon, everyone's like, you're not supposed to be here. And then he has the cabin to himself. So then he's kind of depressed because he lives alone. At dinner, you're supposed to eat at your cabin table, so he eats alone. He's depressed. He doesn't have any friends. It's sad. He's an actual loser. Whereas in the movie, everyone's like, yeah, son of Poseidon. And then like daughters of Aphrodite are like, hey Percy, we're having a party later at our cabin if you want to come by. It'll be really fun. Like, so they say that to him in the movie. They do. Nobody talks to him in the book.
Yeah.
Except for like Annabeth and Luke and maybe a few other people.
What's this Grover fella's deal? I forget.
What do you mean, what's the deal with Grover?
Like, what is Grover like? Like, how does he come into play? Isn't he a classmate that protects him?
Yeah, he's a classmate. And first of all, in the movie, he has crutches. In the book, he just walks funny.
I prefer the crutches.
Yeah, it's fine. He's his classmate. There's like also so much more development in the book of like his classmates and his teacher. That's the guy in the wheelchair and stuff.
Isn't like the quests that they go on? So in the movie, they go to like the Parthenon in Nashville.
They don't go anywhere near Nashville in the book. I was shocked. I was shook to my core when they pulled up to the Parthenon. I was like, what the fuck are we doing?
Then they also go to... There's one in
Auntie
hell.
M's.
Hell.
Auntie M's, which is Medusa.
Oh, yeah. What? Auntie M's?
Auntie M's.
Oh, okay. Like the pretzel place?
No, I mean, guess.
Is that an M's or N?
M's. M for Medusa.
Auntie M's. Okay. I was thinking EMMES.
No.
Auntie M's.
No. Here's the thing.
Wait, hold on. Is it a stone place? That's where they pull up to, right? Not gonna lie, in the
book,
film,
it's like a gas station mixed with like a breakfast place. Okay. Like it's a diner, and it's just like got a bunch of yard stuff all over the place.
In the film, it was the weirdest setting they ever chose. It doesn't feel like something that should be in a movie. Does that make sense? It felt like they went to like somewhere in South Georgia and like just pulled up and filmed. It felt very anticlimactic, not cinematic, and it was weird. That whole scene is weird to me.
In the book, the process of their journey makes so much more sense. So when after Percy finds out that like he's son of Poseidon River, he is eventually given this quest where Zeus is under the impression that Poseidon stole his lightning bolt, which is true in the movie, but Poseidon didn't, because you can't, like, it's like a weird thing, like gods can't steal other gods' items, so they have to have their mortal kids do it, or some mortal do it. And so they are under, like, Percy and the rest of them are all under the impression that Hades took the lightning bolt. So that's why they go to the underworld. And Percy's given this quest, and they're like, you have to go and get this lightning bolt from Hades and then bring it back to Mount Olympus so you can prove to Zeus that Poseidon didn't do anything, so that they don't have another war by the summer solstice. So he's got a deadline. But he's like given this quest specifically, like by the camp. Like the camp sends him. In the book, I know in the movie, he like just like sneaks off, and they're like, "You shouldn't have done that, Percy." But in the book, they're like, "Yes, this is what your destiny. This is what you're supposed to do." And he brings Annabeth, and he brings Grover, and then they get on a bus. They're on a bus. First of all, in the movie, never once is it brought up that Annabeth has this hat that turns her invisible. That she uses that shit all the fucking time in the book.
That's not in the film, yeah.
All the time.
Maybe in the second, I don't know though.
Either way, they're on a bus, the three of them. And you know what the Furies are? That one teacher at the beginning who like turned into that really creepy looking thing.
Yeah, that's one of the OG jump scares for me. Like that when I went to see that in the theater, like it was my fight or flight. Like my whole body, like my blood in my face went like I felt like someone slapped ice water on me.
So like the Furies are kind of like, I guess, minions of Hades. They get onto the bus as well. And there's this whole fight scene in the bus. Annabeth gives Percy her hat, and she's like, Percy, like, you have to use this to get to the front of the bus so you can get off because you're the one that they're after, not us. The whole event, the bus crashes, and that's why they end up at Auntie M's. Not just like randomly for no reason. Like the bus crashes and they have to get out of there ASAP because Percy is a wanted man. Because the whole country is like, yeah, he like kidnapped his mom and is like a criminal.
Yeah.
They go to Auntie M's. They have the whole thing with Medusa. Blah, 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 blah. That's fine in the movie. And then where they're going in the movie is them trying to find the pearls of Persephone.
Yes. That's not in the book?
The pearls of Persephone are in the book, but some like there's a once they get to LA, they visit the ocean, and a creature is like one of Poseidon's like court members or whatever is like brings Percy into the water and is like, use these when you get to the underworld. These will help you. They're important. That's all. It's like a page.
You know, now that I realize like the whole movie's plot is like they make this adventure where they go to these different locations to get these pearls, and they just get the pearls to get out of the underworld, right?
Yeah.
So that's what the whole movie is really about. What is the book like? I read the book. It's just been since like 3rd or 4th grade.
No, I know, it's fine. And so as they're going, because they already know where the underworld is.
Is the whole book a quest? Sorry to cut you off.
It's not a quest. The places that they end up in the book, they just end up there because like they're trying to go all the way west with like zero money, and they're 12.
Yeah. Are they driving?
No, they have to find transportation. That's the thing.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's why they took a bus. And then when they don't have a bus anymore, they like climb into the back of a truck with those animals.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you remembered that a little bit.
I did.
And then they have like a run in at a diner with Ares, like that, like straight up in like I want to say like Nevada.
I'm gonna interrupt
Oklahoma?
you. Were you experiencing or were you picturing Logan Lerman during this still?
When I was reading?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
I kind of would too, you know. Like,
yeah.
It just goes.
They have a run-in with Ares, which is important because Ares is the one that made Luke steal the lightning bolt.
Mm-hmm.
And Hades, we find out also had something stolen from him. So that's why he like doesn't care to tell Zeus or Poseidon that he like that neither of them have lightning bolt. It's a whole thing. Like he wants them to have war because he thinks one of them stole his helm, which is like a thing that gives him power. I don't know. And so it's a whole thing. They end up at these places. The other place they end up is where's the place with the really big arch?
St. Louis?
Sure. Yeah. That's where they end up,
Louis,
I guess.
I think.
I'm pretty sure that's where they end up.
Yeah.
And it's like a whole
Oh wait,
thing.
are you talking about like it's like a big silver, the St. Louis Arch?
I think so.
Yeah.
Can you go up in that thing?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
Oh my God, you're right. That just triggered a memory for me because I read the book and they do that. You're damn right they do that.
They don't go to the fucking Parthenon.
No, yeah, you're right. I swear, like when I read books, I get these weird pictures in my head.
No, you're valid.
And then they like go away forever, and you just you re-sparked, you reinvigorated it.
Mm-hmm. They go to the top of the arch because
Yes,
Annabeth is into architecture,
They
and
do.
then Annabeth and Grover go down because the elevator's full, so Percy has to wait, and then a creature attacks him.
Yes.
And burns a hole in the ground in the arch, and he jumps from the fucking top of the arch all the way into the river at the bottom. So that made the news, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And then people were like, just witnesses describing him as looking like Percy Jackson, the wanted man that's all over the news already.
Is Gabe even in it? Gabe, the husband of
Yes,
Percy's?
yes.
Okay, yeah. Percy's mother.
So then they gotta get
Not
out.
husband,
They gotta
boyfriend.
get out of there, and they're like,
Yeah.
we have got to go west. And then
What
there's
do
a
they say?
whole-
We gotta go. Gotta get the job done. Gotta find the Persephone. Pearl's gotta get to Hades.
And then there's another thing with Ares where it's like Ares is like, I will help you get. This is after St. Louis. Ares is like, I'll help you get like full transportation to LA if you go and get my shield. It's a whole thing. I understand why that was cut out of the movie because it's kind of unnecessary.
But you know what they did throw in the movie? If you see my dad on the highway to hell, be sure to kick his ass or whatever. And then it starts playing Highway to Hell by AC/DC.
And so then they get to LA. There's a whole really weird scene with mattresses. Again, another thing I don't think was really necessary to put in the movie, and I'm glad they didn't.
Can you describe that a little bit to me? I'm trying
They
to
end
jog
up
my
in
memory.
this mattress place with this scary dude, and this dude is like forcing them onto beds, and it's like, he's like, doesn't fit. And then he says like a word in Latin, and these ropes tie around them and start to stretch them, and he's like, I have to stretch them to fit them so they fit the beds, and Percy like charms his way out of it before the guy pushes him onto a bed.
But they do go to the casino, and there's Lotus things where they
this
lose
is-
track of time, right?
This is, I think, maybe after the mattresses.
Okay.
I
Because that's
believe.
like towards the end of the movie.
Yes,
That's
they
like
do
towards
that.
the third
They
act
do
of the
that.
movie.
They're there for like
Yeah.
5 days and they don't realize it. It's a whole ordeal.
That scared me bad. When the movie, he pulls up to the dude. and
Great
he's
music
like,
choice though.
he like, oh yeah. What does he say to the dude? The dude's been there for years, like since the 70s.
Yes, he sees a guy that like is dressed like Elvis or something. Or no, in the movie, yeah,
In the
he
movie,
sees
in
a
the
guy
movie,
that's
yeah.
dressed like he's from the West, the Wild Wild West, and he's like, you like this game, man? And he's like, yeah, man, based off the greatest movie of this year. And Percy's like, I beg your fucking pardon. And he's like, the guy's like, the best movie of this year, 1971. And Percy's like, no.
About that.
So then they go to Underworld. I don't know. I hope the CGI in the show is like much better because the way that the book describes things in the Underworld, not in the movie. The movie, it's just like a house. Also, Persephone's just straight up like not in the book.
The wife.
She's mentioned, but she's not.
okay,
She doesn't
yeah.
have any importance.
She's Ahsoka, Tano,
And
and Claire from Daredevil.
Hades is much scarier. I think all the casting is really good up until Hades. Like honestly, like they just made him look like some
Steve Coogan. He's the goober
some
from Night at the Museum. That's like
Mick Jagger
the
looking
Roman
dude.
soldier verse with Owen Wilson's character. So yeah, it's weird.
But like I guess in the movie the Underworld is just like his house, and the whole conflict with him and Hades is like way like I feel like longer in the book and in the movie the lightning bolt is in the shield that Luke gave Percy.
Yeah.
In the book the lightning bolt is in this book bag that Ares gave Percy after they did that whole thing for him getting his shield back for him.
Yeah.
It's in a book bag that he gave Percy, and it's like he triggered it with a spell so that the lightning bolt doesn't show up in the book bag until he gets into the Underworld. So Hades is like, I can sense that the lightning bolt is in your book bag, and Percy's like, I didn't put it in there.
Yeah.
And then they crash the pearls, go back up. They don't leave Grover in the Underworld. They do that in the movie, but they leave the mom in the Underworld.
Yeah.
They're just like I'm gonna have to hope
Screw
that
her, right?
no, they're just like, I'm gonna have to hope that like we can get her out. We'll get her out another way. They go back up, and then Percy has this huge fight with Ares because Ares is pissed that Percy is alive. He was like, this whole plan for Poseidon and Zeus to have a war was contingent upon you dying in the Underworld. So what am I going to do with you now? And then they try to fight, and you can imagine a 12-year-old kid trying to fight the fucking god of war. Percy wins because they're on a beach, so there's water.
Oh,
Duh.
yeah.
Percy wins,
Agua.
and then Ares gives him the helm. That is Hades. He gets the helm back to Hades, and then they're like, we gotta get to New York in like less than 6 hours. So in the movie, you know how Luke gives Percy those Converse with the wings on them?
Yes.
In the book,
It's not shoes, is it?
I think his name is Chiron, the guy that's in Mamma Mia.
Oh, yeah.
Chiron.
Yeah.
He's
a centaur?
Yes. He
Half
tells
man, half horse?
Luke gives him the shoes, and Luke goes away. And then Chiron's like, this is even before they leave Camp Half-Blood. Chiron's like, you can't use those. If you go anywhere in the sky, Zeus will do anything he can to shoot you down from there, because sky is Zeus's domain. It's not safe for you to do any sort of flying. Don't do it. So he gives the shoes to Grover.
Yeah.
And the shoes are like cursed in the book to like lead them down into, you know, in Hercules, how at the beginning of the movie it talks about how all the gods trap the Titans in that one place, and Hades is trying to get the Titans out. There's a section in hell in the book where those Titans are locked. Like that's where they're locked down in hell.
Mhm.
And the shoes were cursed to fly and drag Percy, because Percy was supposed to be wearing the shoes, drag Percy into where the Titans are. But because he wasn't wearing them as Grover, they stopped it. It's fine. But it was a whole thing. And so that was only important because, like I said, they were told not to fly. And Percy's like, oh, we're going to have to take a chance because physically cannot get back to New York in 6 hours. They fly back to New York. They get to the top of Empire State Building. He goes all the way up to Mount Olympus, brings the lightning bolt, which that scene was done well. The whole, how they look normal size, and then once Percy walks in, they look fucking huge. Crazy. Annabeth does not go with him, though. She's not supposed to be Mount Olympus. He gets the lightning bolt back, and at this point, he still doesn't know that Luke is the one that did all of this. Like, they don't know that he's the one that stole it all. They just know that Ares is the guy that kind of started all this or whatever. Gets the lightning bolt back, has a nice little heart-to-heart moment with his daddy, and then he goes back to camp. And the book sort of
it just kind of ends. Yeah.
It wraps up, but like way too fast. First of all, at the end of the book, we find out that Luke is a bad person, but this is after everything's like settled with the gods. We find out that Luke is a bad person in the movie before he's able to get the lightning bolt up to Zeus. So that's different. And then at the end of the book, there's a whole thing with Annabeth and how we like learn about her and her family situation and how her dad loves her, but like her stepmom thinks she's a freak and doesn't want her playing with her kids and like doesn't even want Annabeth in the house. So that's why Annabeth has been staying at Camp Half-Blood year round for the past 5 years of her life. But Percy encourages her at the beginning of the book to like maybe try writing to her dad to see if they can like figure something out. And by the end of the book, Percy's like, oh, well, maybe I'll stay at Camp Half-Blood year round because I'll be with Annabeth and this is like where I'm supposed to be and I can train and it'll be good. And then Annabeth's like, bro, I'm going home, dude. And she goes home, and then Percy decides to go home. Like, Percy goes home at the end of the first book, but he doesn't in the movie. So I don't even know how they're going to fix that in the next movie. I don't even know.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see this show because, again, it's got greenlit, and I think it's going to be able to cater to a wider audience because Disney Plus shows.
Oh, and Luke poisons Percy. Forgot about that.
The Disney Plus show, though, I think it's a good market for this. Hopefully it gets a good budget, though. I hope they do it justice, you know?
Yeah, they have to. Oh, and, like, this is, like, non-plot related, but, like, I just feel like the way that things were described in the books, they just didn't do a good job in the movie. So all of the cabins, they're very descriptive. The way they're set up and the way that they look, like, they're not actual cabins. They look like ancient Greek sculpture, like architecture, and each cabin is of extremely different design to like fit the god that it, you know, is for. So like Zeus's cabin has like, it's like white pillars, and it's like when you go inside, there's like this hologram sky, kind of like Harry Potter, I guess, where you can see the sky because it's Zeus. And they're all, you know, there's descriptions for all of them, but in the movie they're just cabins. I don't even think Percy's has walls. It doesn't actually doesn't. And it's just like
they just live in the ocean. He just lives
like
in the water.
The meat of the movie is them going on this quest to get the pearls and find where the pearls are in the United States, when that's like not even in the book. Like, you would think that the whole major chunk of the movie would be something that does have to do with the book, but it just straight up doesn't.
Yeah, interesting choice. I guess they wanted to Hollywoodize it to make it like an adventure movie, kind of.
It would have been better if they did it the other way.
Which I liked the movie growing up.
It's still a great movie, but like the plot.
I don't know if it's a great movie.
Well, it's an
entertaining movie.
Like, but if they would have just stuck to the book, it would have been better. And I also just realized I've been talking for the past like 30 minutes about this. I'm really sorry.
You're good. I was trying to think of what to talk about. I am interested to maybe get back into reading.
Do it. The Percy Jackson book is one of the easiest ones.
I may. You being able to read something in 12 hours is
saying a lot.
Yeah, it is. It really
Are you
is.
calling me dumb?
I'm not calling you smart.
What is it? It's probably just a pimple.
No, it's crust. I got it.
Oh, dang.
It was bothering me. That's on camera forever now. So there you go, internet. I'm not editing it out. Do you care?
No, it's fine.
Yeah, so Cam's on a reading kick, which is cool.
Yeah.
I am on a TV kick, which is even cooler.
I'm very happy for you.
Yeah.
What show are you gonna watch next? I need to
Should
finish
I watch?
Defenders.
This is a question. Should we watch the rest of the Marvel shows or me? I want to watch Jessica Jones.
I want to watch Jessica
That'll
Jones.
be my
as
next
well.
one, I think.
Yeah, I think
Jessica
you should
Jones.
watch Defenders.
I want to watch Jessica Jones before I watch Defenders.
Why?
I don't know.
It won't affect
To know her more?
It won't affect it.
I guess. I'm not going to watch Iron Fist. I heard that one's garbage.
I don't really want to
I may not watch
him.
Luke Cage either, but I want to watch Jessica Jones because there's heavy speculation, Cam, that Jessica Jones is coming to the MCU, maybe in Phase 4. Because there was an article, this was on Twitter a while ago, an article that said Matt Murdock, No Way Home,
You know
Spider-Man.
what I
it
want?
said Punisher and Punisher might show up in a show, and Jessica Jones. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
you
It's
guys
my
see that?
ADHD. I'm sorry.
It's the pressure
I'm
I had to get it out.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I'm apologizing. Accept my apology.
You're good.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Zoom.
Oh, you know how we got an interview with all 3 of the Spider-Men? Where's my Charlie Cox interview? Huh? Where is it?
Oh, for that movie?
Yes, No Way Home.
Non-existent.
Bitch.
He's in it for 2 seconds.
5 minutes. Thank you very
He's in
much.
it for 5 minutes. I'm timing it when we go to the theater tomorrow.
Okay, yeah.
Over under
Go
2.5. I'd say 2.5. Maybe break even with that bet.
I just would like to see an interview.
You know what I would like to see?
Tell me what you'd like to see.
A new Marvel trailer.
What do you think we're gonna get a trailer for next Moon Knight?
No, we're gonna get a full trailer for Multiverse of Madness probably in March, I would say. But we need a damn teaser trailer for Thor: Love and Thunder.
Whew, I gotta chill. Sorry.
That comes out in July.
You know
give us a teaser. You know.
You know what I need?
What?
Pam and Tommy to come out.
Comes out this week.
I'm excited for that.
Full ep reviews on the channel. First 3 episodes come out this week. Oh my God, the Book of Boba Fett is actually good now. Thank God. Last week I ended. I was like, next time you see us, we'll have seen a mid ep of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Thank God it wasn't mid. It was the best episode of the show. Is something wrong?
No.
Okay. It was the.
I can't look at anything ever. Chris, you would think it's been 5 years. You would think he would be able to read my face at this point. He can't. I don't know if I just have horrible faces or what it is, but like
You touched your ear and you were looking down.
Yeah, because my ear hole is so tiny. This shit doesn't stay in. Look at it. Look at how much it barely goes in.
Well, you need to go to this doctor
and get my ear stretched.
And
I'm
they
aware.
need to stick a cork in your ear so that it stretches it out. No, I'm excited for Boba now. It's actually elite because the best episode of not The Mandalorian, the best episode of the Book of Boba Fett doesn't feature Boba Fett. This is proof that The Mandalorian is 1, a better character, 2, his show is far superior, and 3, that this show wasn't necessary at all. I saw this tweet and it said, the Book of Boba Fett episode 5 showed to me that Book of Boba Fett was never meant to happen. It was probably, and they said because A, Pedro Pascal got cast in HBO's The Last of Us, which is a TV show that he's filming. The whole COVID pandemic as well. And originally, Cam, the Mandalorian was supposed to come out December 2021.
What?
Yeah. So I don't know what the deal is with that. It got pushed, I remember. So Boba Fett is a very strange show. It feels very stretched out. We have 2 more weeks left, and in my opinion, it would have functioned much better as just a subplot in The Mandalorian Season 3, and in many ways, I feel like they couldn't shoot a full season of Mando for whatever reason, so this was just like a little tease to Season 3, and I think that he's going to carry the next 2 eps.
I will say this. I'm not going to say much, but I will say out of all the cameos that are rumored to happen in the next 2 episodes of Boba, there's one that I know of from Soups that Chris doesn't know of and that Chris hasn't mentioned to me in a guess. And I'm very excited to see Chris react to this cameo.
Watch party worthy?
Yes.
Ep 7 or 6 or both?
I don't know. I don't know which one. It would probably be both.
Fuck it. I'm doing a watch party for the next 2. I just can't risk the opportunity of not having a reaction.
I'll do it with you.
Because, there could be Cad Bane, there could be Kira, there could be Luke, Ben Solo, Han, Lando, Leia. I mean, there's any of those characters could show up. Fucking Obi-Wan, Vader, literally anyone could show up in this, okay? So I think that I need to be prepared.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to do a watch party. Mainly, so I can clip it.
Yeah, that's literally the only reason.
Literally, because the whole watch party, I know most of you guys don't care about Boba, and it's literally not worth staying up for most people.
I'm only watching it because of Mando and the cameos, and I'm sorry if that offends anybody. I'm really sorry if that makes me a fake Star Wars fan, but I don't care. I've never been a big fan of Boba Fett anyways, so the character.
He couldn't carry his own show, so they said, fuck it, we're starting Mando.
The real star of the last episode was BD.
Ooh, yeah, there were so many Easter eggs. Let's talk about the Easter eggs. So BD1 is in Fallen Order, and people are like, "Oh my God, BD1's back." I'm like, "That's not BD1. It's a different droid."
It could be.
No shots BD1 in my opinion.
Why?
Fallen Order takes place right after it's about 3 years after Revenge of the Sith. Okay.
Oh shit.
And so this would be a droid who
Forgot
was
the
from
droid's
then, and
age.
then this is post Return of the Jedi. So that's a long time for a droid to find its way to Tatooine. I think it's just extra. It's just a BD model. It's kind of a nice Easter egg.
So
We got the N1 Naboo starfighter. That ship is so sick. Mando's got a new ride. It's Wizard.
question: if they brought Cal into,
He'd be
like-
older. If they bring Cal back, he'll be a little bit older. But the thing that always has been interesting to me is the actor. I think Cameron Monaghan's his name, who plays Cal. Like looks like him. He voices him, and he kind of looks like him. They modeled it after him, right? So I think that it makes
What's
sense.
his name?
Cameron Monaghan. He plays like the Joker in Gotham. I want to say.
Solid name.
But he could definitely show up, and I would love to see a
Cameron.
Cal Kestis show. Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Monaghan.
Yep.
Oh,
See,
shit.
with the mustache too, that would be a cool look, like a little facial hair on Cal. I would love to see that. So I'm down.
I recognize him from something.
You do. I mean, maybe it is literally just Cal Kestis. It could just be Cal.
IMDb. IMDb.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to fill the void. But
Go for
the other cameos that I like, or not cameos, Easter eggs. He goes through Beggar's Canyon, which is where the pod race is, and it's also, Luke Skywalker's line, like, "I used to bullseye want brats and back home at Beggar's Canyon all the time." So that was cool. Also, Fennec's doing Boba's dirty work. Fennec pulls up at the end and recruits him. Like Boba didn't even go recruit Mando, so he's kind of a bum. Boba is, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know who sings that song?
Not a clue in the world.
Steely Dan.
Cool. I don't know who that is.
How do you even know that song?
I don't know. Genuinely don't know. He's in Criminal Minds.
Is that what you know him from?
One episode, he's probably a killer.
Yep. He's also Cal. He looks just like Cal.
I don't play that game though, so why would I know?
But you've seen pictures of Cal.
I'm getting Cal's lightsaber. Did I buy that?
No, you didn't tell me which one you were gonna get.
I got Cal's. I'll probably get Ahsoka's next. Do you want Cal's? I'll give it to you.
Sure, yeah, I love Cal Kestis. He's a cool character. I'd love to see him in a show. And the next 2 episodes of Boba should be elite. I don't know how that could mess the land. I don't know how that could not stick the landing at this point, because it's just, it's Mando. Sorry, the football game started a while ago.
Oh
So
my gosh, I'm so sorry. Do you want to end the podcast?
17 minutes ago. No, we'll keep going for a bit.
Okay.
The Chiefs are already winning 7-0. Wow, look at that.
I don't think I am excited for Moon Knight, but like a personal excitement level. When does She-Hulk come out?
They haven't announced it. Probably June, July.
I guess in terms of TV shows, the thing I'm most excited for next would be She-Hulk.
Okay.
I am excited for Moon Knight.
Is it because
really
Murdoch
am.
could show up in it?
No, it's just because it's a girl.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine. I'm excited for Moon Knight because it's going to be actually a great TV show.
I'm also excited for Mark Ruffalo to kind of get some sort of recognition and spotlight as Hulk outside of a movie.
Where he's not front and center, but he kind of is, because he's usually
on
a team.
He's so cast to the side, and I love Mark Ruffalo.
He's
I really do.
cast aside. He really
I
is.
really do.
That man doesn't get any time to shine ever. Hardly.
And he's a precious, precious angel of a man. And also, it'd be really
Academy
nice.
Award winning or nominee. Sorry, excuse me.
It'd be really nice if Matt Murdock showed up as well.
All right, let's just cut to the chase here.
What chase?
There's speculation of Punisher coming back and Daredevil coming back. Well, Daredevil is back. I don't want them to get their own shows if it's not TVMA or R-rated, and that's just not how the MCU works. And I don't know what they think they're doing.
What is Moon Knight rated?
It's the regular rating, like Falcon Winter Soldier, TV 14 in the US, I'm pretty sure.
Boring. Boo. Lame. Boo. Tomatoes. Throwing tomatoes. Boring.
Yeah, why not have
Why?
have it be rated mature?
I think that
just continue it off season 4. I don't care.
Children know about blood. It's okay.
Also, not everyone needs to watch everything.
It doesn't need to be as okay, listen, I'm gonna lay it straight out for you guys. If you haven't watched Defenders, first episode, 20 minutes into it, ridiculous sex scene is happening.
Punisher has sex in it all the time.
Luke Cage is aggressively, pardon my language, aggressively.
You've said it enough now that there's no point in saying pardon my language. You've said fuck enough. Just
okay,
continue.
can I just still apologize before I say it?
Go ahead. Please do.
Luke Cage is sorry, I'll say it kinder. Luke Cage is aggressively and horrendously making
Jesus Christ.
aggressive love to Claire on a table, and his behind is just everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's just like, we're 20 minutes into the show, dog. Sure, we don't need that in Moon Knight. We don't need any of that necessarily in the Marvel shows. It's fine. But
There's no
blood
need for
is
that
fine.
shit, but the blood is necessary,
Blood is
especially in a show
necessary.
like Punisher or Daredevil.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely necessary.
I know John Bernthal said he doesn't want to come back if they water his character down.
I really
We
hope.
can ask him about it when we meet him.
Yeah, we can.
I'm sorry I keep interrupting you. Talk.
Oh, you're fine. I didn't even. What?
Talk, speak.
I'll say this. I hope Kingpin is like brutal as hell. I hope Kingpin's in a Spider-Man movie. He's talked about it recently. D'Onofrio says that's his dream. He wants to be Kingpin in a Spider-Man movie. I'd love to see it because Kingpin's great in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
That is so true. When does Spider-Verse 2 come out?
October.
Damn.
Are you like hyped for it? Like, I'm excited, but I'm not. Everyone's like hella hyped for it, and I'm like, I am excited for the movie, but I don't rewatch Spider-Verse that much.
Gwen Stacy is the love of my life, so I'm very excited.
Very nice.
I love her so much. I've heard some people theorize that when Miles is going through all these universes, we're going to see him go through a live-action universe.
I don't think so, but I do think we're going to see
That'd be
animated
dope,
version.
though.
I think Tom Holland's going to be in it.
Ah.
I think Tom, Andrew, and Toby are going to be in it, and they're going to make fun of like No Way Home theories. Like that would be a great because they're very self-aware. They made fun of the Toby dance in the first movie. So like I think they're definitely going to have them incorporated somehow. And it's not crazy anymore because Toby and Andrew have come back. So
I love Andrew Garfield.
yeah, hopefully he wins an Oscar for.
I'm waiting for my stupid Andrew suit to come in the mail.
Oh yeah, I forgot you ordered that. Yeah, very nice. You have anything else you want to touch on today?
Let me see. I miss Bucky Barnes. That's about all.
Well, we're never going to see him again in the
Stop
MCU.
it. Why do you have to be like that to me?
I'm sorry.
We're never going to see Punisher ever. So how about that?
That's fine. We got two seasons of TV with him.
Yeah, more than I got.
Probably more screen time, actually. More lines for sure.
What do I have to do for Marvel to understand the potential that they have in the character of Bucky Barnes? What do I have to do?
There's nothing he can do. He's been around for so long.
I know. That's why he's great. He's perfect for a show. End of discussion. That's all. That's all I have to say. Wrap it up. Should we keep saying stay unusual at the end of these podcasts?
I like it, yeah. But I'll say before we wrap it up, this was us kind of meandering. If you want us to have like actual topics and things to talk about, let us know. Because we don't really know. We just kind of talk. And if that's fine with y'all, let us know. But I like when there's more direction and life too in general. So like, let us know topics you'd want. DM us, all that.
Yeah.
We wanted to be consistent though. We got an episode out today, or this week, so that's good.
Yes.
I'm debating calling it Cam Gets Bullied or a Percy Jackson recap, because that's what it was. But
Honestly, we're gonna work on opening a PO box. I promise.
Oh yeah, we're gonna open a PO box very soon. So like,
Yes.
yeah. I know people have asked constantly, like, we'll have a PO box soon, and we'll share the address so you can send us stuff if you want to send us stuff.
Send me cats.
I think I'm gonna get a Patreon going soon, so that's something where
And
I'll
a
have
fan house.
and a fan house where our extra content there. So
I have a fan house if you didn't know.
Yep. But thank you again. Make sure to subscribe on the video version, notification bell. Leave us a nice review on Apple, Spotify, all that stuff. Video versions on Spotify.
Yes,
now. That's
video
dope.
version on Spotify.
That's dope. So definitely go check that out. And follow us on social media. It's linked down below. That'll do it.
I'll do.
And I'm gonna go watch football and edit this. And I'm hungry as hell.
You're hungry? You want me
Very.
to start my cooking?
It's so early. You know what I'm gonna do? Eat a snack.
Okay. That's it.
You want to say the line?
Stay unusual. I look so pale compared to you.
That's
And
good.
stay in a couple if you want to. I don't know.